This is the new moon you've been waiting for if you've been ready for a new you, a new life, an up-leveling. Hello and welcome back to my 600,000 Wondrous Dream Weavers. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, self-development, spirituality, and so much more. And a couple times a month, I like to share these cosmic energy readings. These readings I channel and download using astrology, tapping into the collective consciousness, meditating, and pulling oracle cards to receive an intuitive understanding of what's coming up ahead for us. So these readings are meant to serve as a guidebook or a blueprint for the upcoming new and full moons. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always come back and let me know how it went and how this energy is playing out for you already. Today we're going to be talking about the new moon in Virgo on September 14th or the 15th, depending on where you are. On the 14th, it's at 6:39 p.m. Pacific time. This new moon is a time for a life rehaul. And in this reading, what you can expect is the overall energy that's being offered to us, some themes, some things to be mindful about, or me cautioning you to keep your wits about you, as always, things that are supported right now. And I'm going to end it with a couple journaling prompts to bring you inward and to help you review your life. And lastly, we're going to end with a card pull to get the most out of this energy. Just a note, early bird is sold out already, but the tickets for our autumn equinox manifestation ceremony are still up. I would love for you to come meditate, come journal, come manifest, and drift away with a soothing manifestation sound bath with your community. It's live on Zoom. If you can't make it live, buying a ticket, make sure that you get the replay within 24 hours, usually before that. If you haven't been to one of my ceremonies, I know you're going to absolutely love it. And for the ones who have been dozens of times, I can't wait to see you. This might be the last one for the year, unless I find some more time. So I really hope to see you there. If you want to be there, the link is in the description below. Now let's get into the video. So the month of September is really looking like a time for deep reflection. And this started a while ago, right? So we still have 6 planets that are retrograde. And so we're still being called inwards. We're being asked to reflect, to reorient ourselves, to recommit to our goals and to our vision. That's actually what the ceremony is about, by the way. So the planets that are retrograde are Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Venus just went direct earlier this month. And this is going to affect communication, travel, growth, education, money, authority, career, freedom, dreams, and transformations, all respectively. And yet, even with all these retrogrades, we're actually experiencing a bit of a pause of energy this month. So it's still filled with a lot of things being presented to us, a lot of emotion, but there's also sort of like a break to let us catch up and clean house. If it's been feeling to you like things are just coming up from the past and everything is really super overwhelming lately, I just want you to know that those triggers, those shadows are coming up to finally be dealt with, to allow you to catch up and to move on from them. So a lot of things are coming up so that you can review them, so that you can reassess who you are now and what you really want now. This is where the house cleaning really goes down. Old cycles are definitely making themselves known to you, but it's only because it's time to close them out. We're being drawn into our past like we have been for at least the last month or so, maybe more. Memories and patterns are re-emerging, but that's not because you're being punished or because you're doing anything wrong. It's because these things want to be processed. They want to be worked through so that you can finally be free of them. So our attention is being called to what wants and what needs to be healed right now. We're also going to receive the cure right now, possibly through a sudden, unexpected insight, which we're going to talk a little bit about more soon. So like I was saying, Venus went direct earlier this month. I think it was on September 4th, maybe. It felt like a bang for a lot of us, but that also should bring issues around love and finances to a peaceful resolution now. And just a day after this new moon, actually, we have Mercury going direct as well. So we can expect communication and technology and all of that to clear up as well. However, there is some tension in the stars through the retrogrades that is asking us to question what is it that we truly value in our lives. There might be conflicting desires here. There might be a desire for you to express yourself in some way. And this will be in contrast with a need to reconsider your material values. So Is it more important for you to have a lot of material wealth, or is it more important for you to live a life pursuing your creative passion and having more abundance in that way? Now, I'm not saying you have to choose through these things, but I am saying that this theme will make itself known in your life. And I'm wondering if it's already started in some way for you. If it has, leave that in the comments below. I want to hear your story. And so now for the new moon specifically. As we know, new moons are a time for fresh new beginnings. They're a time for sowing the seeds, and we get these new beginnings every month. It's a time for setting intentions and for starting new things. We get this reset every month. This new moon in Virgo has the energy of getting the house in order, both literally and metaphorically, and also metaphysically, right? On a soul level. We're being called to tidy up, to focus on our relationships, and to put our life into order. So there's a focus on daily routines, on our health, on efficiency. We're being prompted to think about our habits, our behaviors, and our daily activities, and whether these activities are enhancing or taking away from our life, from our overall well-being. This new moon is a balsamic moon, which is the optimal time for ending old cycles and starting fresh, new ones, hopefully happy and positive and healthy ones. If you need extra rest, make sure you take it so that your health is prioritized, especially now. The specific new moon also might put kind of a sense of urgency on us to close out those old cycles. You might feel pressure to do it and begin to prep for new ones, especially in relation to our relationship and to our dynamics within our community, which is our friends, our family, our coworkers, our peers. Around the new moon, you might receive some sort of paradigm shifting new idea or insight. I want you to look out for these new ideas, for these thoughts. For many of us, these ideas will improve in some way our relationship and also our financial prosperity. This new moon is also an optimal time for inner work in order to prepare for large outer changes. It's a powerful time for revisiting your values, what's important to you again, redefining your relationship, maybe becoming a little bit more clear about a situationship or about how you see your life going with a certain person. And this new moon can even transform your role in your community in some way. Now, the placement of the sun and the new moon in Virgo sets this scene of earthly duties and relationships coming into sharp focus. Virgo is always about the details and the meticulous and the caring and healing that comes from truly paying attention. It's in the house of relationships, right? So that we have a question arising. How well are you tending to the partnerships in your life? Not just romantically, but broadly, all your relationships. Another thing that caught my eye is Neptune right now, the dream weaver. Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces, and it's in opposition to the new moon. So this means that there could potentially be a fog, an illusion, emotional confusion. But thankfully, because we do have this practical Virgoan energy, we can ground our way out of it. Time and nature will help with this. So just recognize Neptune is casting its light on the sea, and it's urging a deep dive into the self, to review, to realize. In this opposition to the new moon, it does create a bit of tension. It feels like this cosmic tug of war between the practical and the magical, the seen and the unseen. It's whispering to us, look, there's more than meets the eye. What are we not seeing? And maybe we can see past that fog. So the stage is set, but how does it all blend into a palpable energy? The themes of this month kind of, for me, play out more like a question mark, as if the cosmos are asking us to, review, analyze, to feel ourselves out. So it all feels like question marks. The first theme is a reflection on our relationships. This is a time when your soul's deepest desire in relationships is going to come into play. You might feel torn between what you see and what you feel, between what you've said and what is left unsaid. It's also a time to ask yourself, how am I behaving in this relationship? Do I like how I'm behaving? How is the other person behaving? Do I like how they're behaving? What's important to me? And how can I communicate that kindly and honestly? The second theme is financial and material reassessment. So we have this time of sudden insights or shifts, specifically regarding material possessions and values. You're being asked to redefine What truly matters to you? What is it that you truly want? Once again, is it the life spent creating blissfully or walking through a mansion on the beach? And remember that nothing is wrong. Everything is permitted. It's just up to you to define to yourself what success really means to you. Number 3, we have deep intuitive stirrings. We have deep intuition. Neptune's retrograde pull is urging you to listen to that small voice within you. It's a call to deepen your intuitive senses, especially as it relates to your self-perception, how you navigate the world. So listen to your dream time. Pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal. Pay attention to what ideas seemingly come out of nowhere, and pay attention to gut feelings. 4th theme is transformation, rebirth, and closure. There is a transformative energy that's really hard to ignore right now. It's like the cosmos are nudging us to shed our old skins, especially related to perhaps reputation or how other people see you and your career. And once you shed this, you can make space for the new. So you will transform by being mindful and being aware of any triggers coming up, learning about them, analyzing them, and becoming a better person because of them. Now, closure is also going to be coming up for a lot of us. So this is an ending of something. And this, of course, doesn't have to be a bad thing. So there's nothing to worry about. It could just be an end of one chapter and the beginning of something even more exciting. So just to talk really quickly about what's supported, meditation and journaling is good right now, especially given how introspective this time is. This is an excellent tool for internalizing these energies. Another thing that's supported right now is financial planning. I like to do a money dates where I sit with, what I owe, what I've attained, what my goals are. There's so much energy focused on the 2nd house of material possessions. This is a really good time to review and to plan. I do my money dates on the last Sunday of every month, but around the new moon is a really good time to do it as well. It's just like making sure you have an eye on everything. This is also an excellent time for socializing, for social time. Small, intimate gatherings are preferred, but this is also a good time for spiritual socializing, going to a new moon sound bath or meeting with friends to manifest, for spiritual healing. Join the ceremony and get your ticket down below. It's a really good time for that. You're calling in your community, especially towards the autumn equinox. This is also a good time for cleaning up your life and your physical surroundings. The more on top you are of your stuff right now, the safer you're going to feel. And lastly, it's a really good time to start a new workout regimen and stick to it. Now, things I want you to be mindful of. Number 1 is overthinking. Virgo energy can make us overly analytical, thinking too much and acting too little. Don't get stuck in any loops. Another thing is stubbornness, specifically leading to nowhere. There's lots of fixed energies right now, especially in retrogrades. This makes us resistant to changing our viewpoints. It makes us closed off and stubborn. But the most adaptable amongst us get through the heightened energy much more gracefully. The last one is escapism. We have this dreamy and intuitive energy. It's at an all-time high. In this kind of time, escapism is an issue. So make sure to ground yourself in nature and in reality when needed. And now I'd like to give you the journal prompts. Number 1, review how you're showing up in your relationships. What do you appreciate about yourself in this regard? And what would you like to improve? This will all be written in the description as always. Number 2, what are your most important values? Do they align or conflict with your current financial goals? And how? Are there any changes you need to make to better align your values, your life with your values? And number 3, write down any intuitions or gut feelings you've had recently. How can you integrate this intuitive wisdom in your decision making for the future? So I'd love for you to explore that for the new moon. It'll give you a lot of insight into yourself. And now we're going to pull a card from Rumi's Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. A lot of people have been asking about this deck, so I will link it in the description below for you. I actually got it from a secondhand bookstore. It was just waiting for me. It called out to me. So let's see what our teams of lights, what divinity wants us to know. Okay. And as always, I do consult this guidebook for this with these oracle cards because it's the best guidebook I found. I'm curious if there's anybody out there who likes another oracle card like I like this one, and if you can recommend it to me. We pulled Sacred Convergence. Beautiful card. We have colors of yellow, purple, pink, orange here, and it looks like there is a small circle, a sphere showing something with a larger sphere around it, and a person standing and looking into what the first sphere is showing. Let's see what our guidebook is saying. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves to be mere reflections of the one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning, always I have hidden. Now I show myself to you, that you may become so filled with the same passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me. We are to be one now, in sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. Sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This oracle comes with a special message. Perhaps you have been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation, and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many you're fearing you might have overpruned to be left with nothing and no one. Do not fear, feisty angel of love. Your truth is prevailing. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. While you learn to sustain that vibration within you until it cannot be rattled by any crisis or any demand, you're wise to place yourself in more nourishing connections. If you want a plant to grow, why not give it the best soil and the best conditions in which to do so? Certainly, the plant of love can and will grow in the most inhospitable conditions, but can be rather more joyful to grow in gentler, more nourishing conditions, if possible. The possibility for more joyful relationships and growth of love within you is in your power. You can choose each day, each moment. Just make a choice. Trust yourself, your discernment, and your intuition, and choose. You do not owe anyone anything. Wow, wow, wow. Repeat this law of karma. You only owe love the chance to grow. So let that be your guiding principle now as you release the old and trust that even if your garden of relationship becomes sparse for a while, you have been cutting back unhealthy plants to allow for new life to flourish. Could these card pulls be any more on point? It's like our teams are directly speaking to us after these readings. It is only a matter of timing for the season of new life and growth to come again, and so it shall, bringing with it sacred convergence of souls on the path of love, your soul tribe, your soul family, your new tribe of those journeying upon the path of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to our teams of lights, thank you to our higher self, and thank you to God always. That's it for me, my loves. If you enjoyed this energy reading, please leave a comment. It really helps me. Please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I heard there's a rumor going around that every time you get notified that a new energy reading is live, that you're gonna have a good day the rest of the day. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications for really lucky days at least twice a month. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.